Hey guys, it's Joy here, and today I'm going to be doing a highly requested video for Curlformers on your natural hair. You're going to need the Cantu leave-in conditioner, Shea Butter, some oil, a spray bottle with water, and your satin scarf and bobby pins, also some detangling tools. So I'm starting off with stretched hair, and this really sped up the process as far as detangling went. And I separated it into 4 sections and then just did Bantu knots to keep everything nice and neat. And the last section I kept out because that's what I'll be working on. So I split that section in half and I would work on the half of that section. So first I took the Cantu leave-in conditioner and a little bit of the curl enhancing smoothie. And I took my Denman brush, ran it through my hair, then put some shea butter and oil on that. And then I went and I sectioned that into 5 small sections and then detangled. So the way Curlformers work is you take the spiral plastic piece, which is hard, and you put it on a stick. So you slide the stick through the spiral and that straightens it out. And basically what you're going to do is on the end of the stick there's a hook, and you're going to hook that to your hair and then pull your hair through. So what I do is I make sure that's really detangled, that's really important, and then I twist at the root so I have something that it'll grab onto, and this will prevent it getting stuck. And then you take the hook and then you put it on a part that's well twisted, and then I use my index finger on my right hand to position it, and then I pull through. And the first few times you do it, if it's your first time doing Curlformers, it might be kind of difficult, but once you get the hang of it, it goes by pretty fast. And I think this whole process, I only had to redo maybe less than 5 because it just got tangled or I had to do it again. So if it gets tangled, just take your time and make sure that you're doing it right because you want a nice clean installation. So here I was doing a length check, and you can see it's about at my belly button as of now. So I finished the first section and I moved on and just started doing the whole head of hair. And basically the pack I got was from Amazon. I think I spent between $20 and $30. I think it was $30 for 40 Curlformers. And the way I do it is I separate my hair into 4 big sections, and then I separate that each section into 2, so then I have 8 sections, and then I just do 5 Curlformers per section. And definitely if you want the curls to last longer or you want it very, very, very smooth, you're gonna need more. But I knew that, one, I didn't want to spend $60 on Curlformers when I first got them because I didn't know if they would work because they were from a company from Amazon. And then I do like the look that it gives when I do less. I know some people, they do like 80 on their head or whatever, and I do sleep in these sometimes, so that would be very uncomfortable because I have to let it dry completely. So as you see, I am getting through my hair and it's working out pretty well. One thing I do know is that my hair has grown a lot, and eventually I may have to get the extra long ones. But as of now, with tailbone length hair, the regular length is just enough. And another reason you're gonna make sure it's really detangled is because you don't want straggly hair to poke out the ends of the Curlformers. Okay, so I was done my head of hair then. And now it was time for the takedown. So for the takedown, I applied oils to my hand to make sure everything would stay nice and smooth. And this is after a night of sleeping on them, by the way. I slept on them so they would have time to dry completely. I know some people sit under a dryer, but I do not use heat on my hair. So to take them down, you stretch it out completely while holding the root. And then you squeeze it, and then you pull the hair out. And then you get a nice bouncy curl. And since my hair has grown, I know the first time I did them, the curls were really tight just because of the length of my hair. But it's grown, so initially they were hanging pretty well. So yeah, so you just stretch it all out and squeeze the root and you pull. And then you got some curls, girl. And now I just repeated that process throughout my whole head. And now I was done. So at this point, you can do any type of styling you want, but I knew that I wanted to get a nice loose spiral look. So I decided to try wrapping my hair. And so to do this, I had to apply lots of oil to make sure it would stay smooth and not catch frizz. And basically what I did was I just grabbed the curls and just stretched them out from the root to get it nice and smooth like I was doing a wrap. So I didn't comb through any of the curls, I just flattened them out. And this did take a while just because, one, it's not completely straight because we're using natural hair. And two, I really wanted to try and get this smooth. So I used a ton of bobby pins and a ton of shifting around everything to get this wrap in. And so just take your time with this. I started to sweep around from the other side just to make sure everything was going in the right direction. And once I got everything nice and smooth, I took a satin scarf, bonnet, and covered it with a scarf after that, and kept that on for a couple hours. And then it was time for the takedown, the moment of truth. I had no idea how this was gonna come out. I know some people, they say you can straighten your hair with wrapping after Curlformers, but I knew my hair wasn't that smooth, so I knew I'd have some curl. So I shook it out, and it looked like this. And after some fluffing and shaping and a few bobby pins, I actually got a really nice style out of this. This is a great way to stretch your hair. And if you're getting bored of just wearing your natural kinks and curls, I would definitely suggest trying the Curlformer look. And it's a great way to just get some length back in your hair after wearing the shrinkage all the time. And this is the finished look. This lasts for about a week by wrapping it every night, and then I wore it for another week in like a ponytail and just did some different styles just because I had the length then. So please comment any questions and suggestions for other videos, whether it's natural hair or other things, and let me know what you think and if you try this style. And definitely tweet me or tag me on Instagram at MissStory100 if you recreate this. Well, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.